Hello fellow Samakians, ICCS Download here back for another video, and this is a weird one. I got my son again to help me through this one. So this isn't Silmac, this isn't Destiny Tactics. A little backstory before I begin. I have everything over here on the left. We did a garage sale a little bit ago, a couple days ago, and I was cleaning my room and I found a whole bunch of old game ideas and stuff that I did as a child. And I know TCG News Peter just kind of uploaded a video of him showing some older stuff, and it's kind of a coincidence. I'm not copying ideas here, because I just found all this stuff and I was like, oh, I was really happy to open it up. I'm like, what's inside this box? And I'm like, whoa, I found all this old stuff. So it just brought me way back, and I just wanted to upload a video of it all, because I look at it and then I look at Silmac now, or not even just Silmac, like other stuff that I've been working on that you guys haven't seen yet, and I'm blown away with how far I have grown. But anyway, I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't know exactly where to start. I'm gonna actually start with an old kind of a fan favorite, Pokemon. So a lot of people, a lot of you probably as well, were into the Pokemon trading card game. Actually, I have cards up here. Hang on. Look at this. I have stack after stack of cards. Actually, I'm gonna show you. Take a look at this. I have a shelf with a bunch of cards, and I even have this like extra big Darkrai. Look, this is my hand. Darkrai was my favorite. Not just because of that. But anyway, me and my friends, we wouldn't play it the normal TCG way because we didn't want to follow rules. We wanted to make our own rules. So essentially we'd make our team, and then we'd shuffle a bunch of random Pokemon to be used as like random encounters. And what I did is I was really big into map creation, and I still am really big into map creation. So I made my own like region, Pokemon region. And I remember making a huge world-sized one with like different regions, like an entire Pokemon world with several different regions and everything. But I couldn't find that. I found this. So each dot would be like either a trainer or a random Pokemon battle. And then there in the middle there, that bigger one would be like a Team Rocket interjection. And then each circle was a town with a certain gym. So like we'd start with a certain Pokemon gym there, and we'd go, and you could go, well, from hometown you could go there, and then you'd have to go out to Waterstone and go to the left and to the like grass area, and then the third was, I think that's the ghost symbol. Yes, it is. No, poison or ghost or whatever. And you could go to the fire shrine or the thunder shrine, and then the volcano, and then there was psychic. And you'd go over to the next page. Oh, just looking at this, I didn't take a huge look into it before I started the video, but it really brings you back to look at old stuff that you used to do with your friends. And I used to do that with Connor. I'd sit down with the Pokemon and just like play an actual Pokemon game without a DS or without a screen. It's really cool. And the next thing up was, I was also really big, kind of into Yu-Gi-Oh! Connor was more into Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I was, but we've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards up here on the same shelf. Those are headphone heart. A heart came in my headphone set for some reason, I don't know. There's more cards behind that heart though. But I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh! So apparently, let me put these Pokemon cards away, hang on. So apparently I was like making Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Homemade, like Matter Dragon. Let me look at this. What does it say? Bane? No. Gain 100 attack and defense for each spelt wrong, and trap card in each player's graveyard. I liked the dragons. I still like dragons, so we have Warrior Dragon. Didn't spell that right. Shining Light. One piece of a summon of Matter Dragon. Matter Dragon may be summoned from the deck or hand. So you need Shining Light, I guess. Darkened Veil. 1 piece of to summon Matter Dragons, Starry Sky. Oh, the phone is ringing. Okay. So yeah, just random art, horrible dragon pictures. And then I had a bunch of pages back here of like drawn out backgrounds, but I fanned through this all earlier, and there was nothing there. Like, what? I had no idea what I was doing. I honestly have no idea what I was doing. I thought I had a page in here somewhere of something else. There was another page, and it was like this printed off version of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It came from this website called Yu-Gi-Oh Card Maker, and I had this dragon spell thing that was like invincible to make every dragon you have in your deck invincible for the rest of the game. So it was like an instant win if you were playing a dragon deck. But anyway, what's next? Let's see here. This. I found this. Now, I was also, and I still am, really big into making my own languages with symbols and stuff. So I'd make my own languages, and I tried to make words for each word, pretty much. So, mountain, Sasono, Osnena, open, Basson, that sounds French. I had some more words over here. And now, here I was making a game that was pretty much what Final Fantasy is. And I had this little like world map drawn up. And basically I was making a Final Fantasy type thing. So in the first area, like level number 1, the first monster in the like monster deck, or monster thing, is Goblin. Level 1, HP, Mana, Goblin Punch, and the abilities it would use. And then you could tell from the background what area you were in. So you were in like that first field where you would start, so Goblin, Beast, Fungus, so that would be in the forest, Werewolf, and the S5, if there was an S on the right, it would be a certain summon level spell, so level 5 summon spell would be Werewolf. And then we had Vine, which was the summon 2, and that's in the next area with towers, it looks like, in the castle maybe? Knight. Derpy looking knight. Mage. This stuff wasn't too long ago, I don't think. I have some more stuff that I haven't shown you yet. It's next with even worse art. But Imp, that's the first level summon, and then this was the first boss, Killer Bird. So, like in Final Fantasy, you had to go get a crystal, and this was like the guardian of the air crystal. And then there was Summoner. And, oh, into the cave. You had to go through the cave to get to the ocean town. So, Bat apparently was level 7 summon. I don't know why. Shadow, weird, like, rocky feet looking thing. I don't know what I was thinking. Ruin Bird, Guard. At least I spelled guard right. I still can't spell that good. Mini Mountain. That's my spelling of earthquake. Oh my goodness, what is this? Spurd Merskern. I have no idea. I think it's like Spear. It's either Spear Magician? Militia? I'm not even... Magician! Spear Magician! Or Speed Magician, because he has Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Summon 13. Summon spelt wrong. Jeez. Oh, boss number 2, Mega Beast. This was like the guardian of the Earth Crystal, Megabyte Jump, and Phyra. So it literally was my version of Final Fantasy. And then there was Crown spelt wrong. He spawns next to the Mega Beast, so there'd be 2 crowns and a Mega Beast. And then we had the ocean area, so Wave, Mermaid, Bubble, Killer Fish. This is going to be a long video, but I don't care. This is nice. Okay, this one. Gitchagumi. Gitchagumi? Does that sound familiar? Wait a minute. Did my head come up with something in the future? I'm looking in Silmac right now. Hang on. I think I made a... Gilchagumi! Whoa! So apparently my head thought up of Gilchagumi from my past when I made Kitchagumi, or whatever. Wet Mist and Dark Water. Oh my goodness. I seriously didn't clue into that. But anyway, level 100 summon. Oh yeah, this was the third boss, but it was one of those optional bosses that if you killed, you would gain him as a summon. And he was like really hard to kill. And then we have Golem, Cloud, Baby Dragon, summon 13 apparently. Dragon Warrior. Actually, that's not a bad looking image for little me. Dragon Knight. Oh, here we go. The boss for Bahamut. Bahamut, the dragon. Mega Flare, Fire, and Meteor. This was actually a boss in Final Fantasy. And then you've got Garter, which were like these flying, wingless dragon snake things with double spears. Apparently with an ability called Drago Protect. So he went along with Bahamut as well. Like a boss. What's up? Next. I didn't realize how much I did of this. Centaur. Gotta go fast. Gonna go fast, Granite Golem. Jail bar. Oh yeah, you got into this jail thing because you were gonna go like save your sister, which had been stolen, and then you got to the 5th boss, which was like the end boss, or like, but he has multiple forms, and you'd fight him halfway through the game, and at the end, I mean. So like Zendikar. So again, like if anyone's played Final Fantasy at any way through it, especially Final Fantasy V. If you've played Final Fantasy V, then you probably have every idea what I'm talking about. But Zendikar, this was the guy that stole your sister, and so yeah, that was his first form. And when you killed him, 1100 HP. When you killed that, he turned into Zendikar D with 6 arms, all daggers, and he had all these abilities: hexagon, 5th, quadruple, triple, double. Oh yeah, the more damage you did, he'd lose an arm. So he had hexagon arms, and then 5th arms, quadruple, triple, double, and then Soul Blade, which would be his only one. And then he would transform again when you killed that form to just Zendikar again, apparently, with Soul Blade and Blade Smash. So he had like these 2 really strong arms, which apparently were 2 very blocky rectangles. And then I never got to 38, apparently, but I see something on the back side of this page. Hang on. Nope. So I think that's it in this booklet, other than these really random spells that I made, like Barrier of Light, and it went along with my language. So to summon a Barrier of Light, I'd be like, Anaplanto, Olotolosum, Besan Pascal. And then Shadow Banishing, Anathija Sonowo, Totoa Thea, Shinoobo Boko. Jeez, I remember doing half this stuff. I didn't realize how weird it was. But like, this is our past. You kind of have to respect your past. What is this? Future self. What in the world? Hang on. Let me read this for a second. Banish to past, Barrier of Light, and then I have a random list of my friends' names in the back of this. Okay, let's set that aside. So, most of this has gone through. Now we're on to the actual place where I started getting into TCGs. So this first one is a little interesting. I'm not quite sure the rules of any of this, but we're just going to go through them. So we had Bandit. 6 like fists, so I'm assuming like attack and then 3 defense. I don't know why he has 2 different attack strengths, both of them 6. So this was Small Goblin, so he had, oh yeah, you could punch him, you could punch with 6 damage, I think, and then you could use the flail for 1, apparently, so 3 damage. I have no idea what I was thinking when I did this. Goblin Medium, so 3 damage with the flail and 7 damage punch, I assume. I have no idea. Ice Wizard. the art. So I'm assuming he had 2 different spells? This was a really long time ago. Don't question it. Gold Wizard. What, he uses like gold magic or something? Alright. Gold Knight. Oh, there. So 4 like sword damage. I really wish I knew what I was doing when I did this. I mean, I wish I could remember what all this means, because it could make for an interesting game now. And then we got King of Gold. the king of gold. Okay, so next up was, oh no. This one was, I think this was to help along with a certain game that I made. I think this goes along with the Final Fantasy thing. Either that, or there was a game that I made a map for, and I actually went on Excel and I made like this like quest line, and you could go and you could pick up quests. And so let's just look at this. Cave Hand, level 5. Creature number 2. Dark Rock, level 10. Goblin King, level 34. And that was only boss 1, and he's level 34. It looks like 346. Goop. Jeez. My art. King of Knights. He's a little wibble wobbly. Apparently level 67. Bat. Okay. So that's all that. And then we go, not too many years ago actually, we went into this game. Now this was around the time when I started making Silmac. I first started Silmac. Right before Silmac I made this game, and I scrapped it because I wasn't super happy with it. And it seemed too generic, and this thing was a leveling system, so it was really weird. Basically, this was its life. So 10 life, this was its, like, it's a forest. Creature, elf, and then it had its ability when Rogue Knight Elf kills enemy creature, draw a card. So, you might see Rogue Knight Elf in Silmac. I think it is a card in Silmac, actually. I can't remember. And this would be the set symbol. And this up here was like, you need 3 portal size. So, again, the portal size. Like, I took a lot of things from this game to make Silmac. So, Rogue Knight Elf. Unkempt Divine Master. This is in Silmac as well, Divine Master. You need a 2 portal size, 8 damage, evade. So, a wild one. So what happened was, at level 1 you played it, it had 4, but if it killed 5 creatures, it would have 10 attack. And if you killed 11 more creatures after that, it would have 18 attack. Well, yeah. Killing 5 creatures with 1 card proved to be very difficult. Tome of Knowledge, when played, level up target creature. So this was a really good card because you could just level something up. Molten Troll. Now this one has 1 up here. You had to sacrifice a card and have portal size level 4. And I had this symbol here was I had like this water or knowledge, like watery area, and then I had the forest one. This one, it wasn't it was like a generic one, but it was like the elemental section. I don't know. When you summon Molten Troll, deal 5 damage to opponent. So it was a really powerful card. I'm actually kind of happy with that art. I wasn't bad at art when I made this game. I got better with Silmac though. Mystic Librarian. This is the Mystic Librarian in Silmac is pretty much exactly like this. It's the exact same art as well. Creature Ghost. It searches your deck. Same thing. Golden Cavalry. I'm probably gonna add this to Silmac. But this was like the Justice one, see with the shield. I actually drew this horse nicely, surprisingly. Guardian of the Pure, this is in Silmac as well. You can go look for him. Look through my many videos. Insane Goblin, this is also in Silmac. You can look at the abilities. You can read the ability and the stats and everything. I'm not going to read through them all. Shem Portal. So the portals were like just to add strength to get monsters out faster. Eye of Kaz, when you summon Enchanted Eye, look at opponent's hand. But why did I call it Enchanted Eye if Enchanted Eye was creature type? I have no idea. I was going to make Kaz, this monster, with that's one eyeless, and the only way to summon him is to play Eye of Kaz. Jabe Portal, this was like the mech, so that was my attempt at a gear at the time. Mechanical Horse, it was weird, has speed. Okay, now we're on to the first kind of idea of Silmac. So this was what the champion was before. It wasn't full art. I had a big C in the middle of the art for some reason. I did not like that. And then this was the symbol for Ether. And I had the champion like have this really big thing that wasn't just the triangle that went up. So yeah, it was interesting. And the ability on this. Terrain monsters can counter attacks in the front and back lines. That's interesting because I just remembered the rules from Silmac. There was like a front battle line and a back battle line, and creatures in the back battle line couldn't be attacked as long as there was a creature in the front battle line, and it was really complicated when it came to switching. This video is getting really long. And then Trident Knight was the other one. Sea monsters gain 2 attack, or 2 damage and 2 health. Next up, Smoldering Wolf. All of these cards I redid, pretty much, just with different abilities and different art. Like, I was not happy with this art. Vine Master, yet again, Vine Master. And on these cards, you can see I was testing this, because when I made these, they didn't have the border. And I was testing what the border looked like on different occasions, and also what, like, different contrasting colors worked for the rarities. Lightning Fry, one-time effect. Again, I changed all this art as well. Zombie with Claws, I changed the art a little bit. Burning Forest, I messed up with the pen here. But, anyway, you have seen an old version of Silmac when rules were different. A before Silmac version of a game that was a little interesting with the leveling system. I mean, I could maybe revisit it and then make the leveling system a lot easier, like less monsters to kill. You've seen really old me things. I'm calling them things because I don't know what they are. Look at that Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard. You've seen my crazy attempt at Final Fantasy. You've seen some Pokemon stuff that we can all relate to. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. And, I mean, like, if you look at this, and then you look at that, and then you look at something like I have today, this is just sitting on top because I need to change it. I mean, and then you look at this, which, by the way, this is a sneak peek for set 2 of Dreamscape. This is one of my art in Dreamscape. I mean, look at the image comparison. I've definitely learned how to draw better. Even though I look at some of these that I draw and I think, it could be better. It's not that good. I look at this and then I'm like, whoa, crazy. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's got character. It's got an interesting foot aspect. But it's what I knew how to draw. And if I look back on everything, you can see how far I've progressed. But anyway, this is a really, really long video. So I'm going to end it right now. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like down below, and also leave a comment on what you thought about all this nostalgia. What you thought about any of these old games. I don't even know what any of this stuff was called. I just drew stuff. I just drew stuff and put stats on them. So, yeah. Let me know what card out of all these really old cards you thought was your favorite. Not including these ones. This stuff is too new. All the really old stuff, let me know. Yeah. Just let me know in the comments about all your nostalgia as well. If you were to find all this stuff, how would you feel? But anyway, again, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Sunlord is up.